Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to speak out against the attack on every American's right to a quality public education in this country. Families have been promised the right to send their kids to good public schools, regardless of where they live, how much money they make, or their child's disability. But the careless actions of Secretary McMahon and the Trump administration continue to threaten that promise. From canceling programs dedicated to teaching children with dyslexia, autism, and other disabilities in the middle of the school year, to cutting teacher pay and illegally withholding billions of dollars meant for after-school programs, President Trump and Secretary McMahon are choosing to make it more difficult for your child to get the attention and high-quality education that they deserve at school. They are choosing to miss deadlines and hold your tax dollars hostage, tax dollars meant specifically for our children. This funding is typically released every year before July 1st to ensure that schools are ready to go for the school year that is about to start the next month. It represents at least 10% of federal K-12 funding in every state and almost 15% in my home state of Georgia, almost $225 million. These dollars, appropriated by Congress, are meant to improve student learning and empowerment as well as their achievement, operate before and after school programs, train teachers, and help adult learners go back and finish high school. Just a few weeks ago, on the evening of June 30th, the Department of Education sent out the following message to states, and I quote, "Given the change in administrations, the Department is reviewing the funding for these programs, and decisions have not yet been made concerning submissions and awards for this upcoming academic year. Accordingly, the Department will be issuing grant award notifications obligating funds for these programs on July 1st, unquote. In their own words, they knew this deadline was coming, and they missed it anyway. They chose to wait until the last second to notify states and schools that the funding your family relies on to educate your child for the school year that is starting in just a few short weeks is not where it's supposed to be. Instead of being in your child's classroom, your money is sitting in Washington here because the Secretary of Education could not be bothered to meet a deadline that is the difference between a school having an after-school program or not. Funding that is the difference between a child having a safe place to go while they wait for mom or dad to get off work and come get them or not. The Trump administration's failure to release this funding on time is disrupting school and district planning, jeopardizing the education of millions of students, and is forcing layoffs, program delays, and cancellations for students and their families. It is wrong and is completely unnecessary. Last week, I led a letter to the administration signed by 150 members of the House, demanding that the administration follow the law and release this funding, and House Democrats will continue to do everything that we can to make this right for the families who are counting on us every day. There is no legitimate reason that any child or any family in this country should not have to personally deal with program closures and larger class sizes. But that is what the Secretary and President are demanding of parents every single day, that they fail to meet this incredibly basic responsibility. My son Jordan was unfortunately killed in a shooting in 2012, and I miss him every single day. And while my son may be gone, I will never stop being his mother. I will never stop fighting for every child that isn't getting what they truly deserve from our great country. When I came to Congress in 2019, I promised I would never stop fighting to ensure that every kid who grows up here in the United States receives the skills necessary and stays alive long enough to live a decent life, a life that my son never got to truly, fully explore or enjoy. Time and time again, Secretary McMahon and President Trump failed to rise to the challenge, and the American people are the ones who continue to pay the price. No more excuses. Secretary McMahon and this administration must follow the law. An immediate release of the funding meant for our schools, our teachers, and our families. It must happen, and I yield.